What is doing, my gente? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. In today's video, we're going to talk about how CDCR officers from California State Prison, they set up inmates and they get in cahoots with the inmates, right? When it comes down to checking somebody, getting off on somebody. I'm not saying all of them do this, but there's a small percentage who do this, right? I only witnessed this at Tehachapi, California, right? And I'm gonna tell you about this one story. But what I want to talk about is and the reason I want to talk about this is because when I seen the video that a boxer put out there about this guy's getting off on Raskal, Luis Aguilar, from, I believe he was from South Central. I don't think he was from Orange County, but who knows? This guy said that the officers helped him do this in the sense that he didn't lock his cuffs, and that they gave him the time, and they were just watching how they got their money, you know? Which the video looks weird, you know, and I was just surprised that they didn't shoot the minute 14. And you can tell these guys, man, they're not all there, because he's giving the whole details of how he did the key, how he got off his handcuffs, how he did the weapon, the cop who told him. He gave the whole thing, man. Like, man, if you're gonna do something, just keep it 100 and stay quiet, man. Like, what are you doing? But man, you see the type of individuals these guys are. And I might be wrong. Who knows? But he said that one of the cops was like, "Hey, whenever you're gonna do something like this, let me know, man. I got you." Which he did. He told the cops, "Don't lock the handcuffs," and they went out over there and got their money. Which they did got their money. Of course, with the defenseless individual, can't defend himself, and both of them, Monster and the other vato, end up unaliving Raskal, Luis Aguilar, right? The weird thing about this is that the tower didn't shoot the Mini 14. I don't know what's the protocol of shooting the Mini 14 within the building, but I'm pretty sure they got the okay, because it says on the walls, no warning shots. You know, when you go into those buildings, it tells you right there, no warning shots. So they can blow your head right there and then. They don't need to tell you a warning, you know. So they shot him with the Big Berta, the 40 millimeter. It throws those rubber bullets. And when the tower is shooting at them, you can see those guys getting away from the victim, right? From Raskal. And eventually they come back to finish him. And when they come back to finish him, I think right there and there, at least if he didn't shoot at the beginning with the Mini 14, I think right there he should have done should have used that Mini 14. So that's why it's weird, like, where the cops really like this, like what's going on? Cause come on, man, this guy took forever. They walked to their cell, to a different cell, to retrieve a weapon. They took forever. So don't tell me that tower's not looking at you. It does not make sense, man. So I do believe that the cops were knew about this attack and they didn't do nothing. Now, trip on this experience in Tehachapi, man, something similar happened, but in this, it was actually the officers setting up inmates, right? Renegade Media has spoken on this on different videos. Shout out to Renegade Media. Saludos. And there was this one incident that took place in Building 4. And the reason they were doing this is because right there at the Hatchby, they didn't want people with bad charges. Nobody wants to be around those individuals. So the cops were actually telling everybody, okay, well, this guy has this type of paperwork. The cop, it was going through the whole computer, check charges, and put them out there. That's how the inmate will find out about somebody's charges, right? So what this tower was doing and building, I believe it was building 4, was actually she was the tower, Ms. Ramos. She most likely lost her job already, but this officer was actually opening doors, and then she already had like a little crew, and where she used to tell them, look, cell, let's say 106 is not good. I'm gonna open the door, just get it, go in, get your money, and we're gonna tell that he was suicidal. He did that to himself. So she did. The amount of inmates that went in there, probably 2 or 3, right? And this guy overdid it. The old man ended up losing, becoming unalive, and how can you cover that? Eventually, they wanted answers to how this individual became unalive. He's all beat up. He's single cell. Like, what's going on right here, right? So they start doing their investigation. She was under investigation. People were talking about this. The guys who did it, actually, I don't know, because it was not about building. But this lady was no longer in that building, man. They just moved to a different building. And eventually, I'm assuming that she lost her job, because how can you cover that? There's no way, right? There's no way. Like, during that time in Tehachapi, there was different incidents with cops unaliving inmates, right? And it was different groups. So that's one thing that is wrong within CDCR. I understand it, why some officers were doing it. Who wants to deal with people like this? Again, like, they did something like that to whoever they did it. Like, they don't deserve to live comfortable. That's my belief. That's my belief. I might be wrong on that, but I would not want nobody to go through what those victims went through. I mean, nobody's kids to go through that. I'm not saying that all officers are like this, but there's a small percentage who are like that, And I mean, we can all think whether it's right or wrong, and I'll expect you to put that in a comment. What you think about this type of incidents. If it's right or wrong. But that's something that's going on in CDCR that still to this day is happening. You have to understand, those guys as officers, they can come up with their own stories, and guess what? And their partners are gonna back them up, So they can pencil whoop that thing and tell a crazy ass story, and that's what they're gonna go with. That's what they're gonna go with. So with this story, man, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is cool or not? Or throw your comment. What do you guys think? Don't forget to like the video, man, if you like this content. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead, man. If you want to support the channel, man, I'll highly appreciate if you want to subscribe. Ponle, muchas gracias. And with this being said, ya estuvo. Say that I wish nothing but the best to you and your familia. Saludos a todos.